Take a look up at the board. So remember, we're solving by substitution, meaning we want to sub one of our variables in for another one. So in this case, we already have y on the side by itself. So we're going to take whatever y is equal to, plug it into y in the second equation. So now we have negative 2x minus 3 times 6x minus 11 equals negative 7. Okay, basically what we've done is we've gotten rid of the y variable for now. Now we only have x's. It's a lot easier to solve. So simplify, negative 3 times 6x would be negative 18x. Negative 3 times 11 would be a positive 33. Combine like terms, negative 2x, negative 18x is negative 20x. Move the 33 to the other side, that becomes negative 40. Divide by 20, x is now positive 2. So now remember, we're going to take this 2, plug it into either one of the equations. That one's a little easier. So now we have y equals 6 times 2 minus 11. Y equals 12 minus 11. Y is equal to 1. So we have our solution now of 2, 1. Okay, so number 2, same thing. X minus 1 here by itself, right? We got y equals. So we know we can take that x minus 1 and we can plug it in for y. 2x minus 3 times. Now instead of y, we're just going to write what y is equal to in this case, x minus 1. So now we have 2x. Negative 3 times x would be negative 3x. Negative 3 times 3 is a positive 3. Okay, so now we're combining like terms. 2x minus 3x is negative x. Move the 3 to the other side, it gives us negative 4. So now we just need to divide by 1, so x is equal to 4. Take that 4. That x is equal to, plug it in for x in one of the two equations. I plug it in right there. Now I have y equals 4 minus 1. Y equals 3. So my solution would just be 4, 3. So let me show you what 6 looks like. Actually, let me show you what 7 looks like. 7's a little more difficult. Okay, so notice on 7, we don't have anything on the side by itself. Okay, normally we'd have a y equals or an x equals something. Okay, so here we don't have anything, so we have to manipulate it. So we're going to take the top one and we're just going to add 4x to both sides so that it cancels out over here. And now I have y equals 4x plus 6. Okay, so now I can just take this 4x plus 6, plug it in for that y there. So 5x minus 4x plus 6 equals 21. I got 5x. Now this becomes negative. I basically have a negative 1 here. So negative 1 times 4x is negative 4x. Negative 1 times 6 is negative 6. Add the 6 to the other side. Combine the x's. So I get negative 9x equals 27. Divide by negative 9. So x equals negative 3. Plug it back in for that x there. y equals 4 times negative 3. Y equals negative 12 plus 6. So I get negative 3, negative 6. Okay, we can take a look at number 8 here. We need to get a variable on a side by itself. So if I just move the 2y over, okay, now I have x equals 2y plus 11. Okay, so now I have the variable by itself. I can just take that, plug it in for x. So negative 7 times 2y plus 11 minus 2y equals negative 13. So I distribute the negative 7. I get negative 14y minus 77 minus 2y equals negative 13. Combine like terms. Negative 14y, negative 2y gives me negative 16y. Add the 77 to the other side, gives me positive 64. Divide by negative 16, so y equals negative 4. So now I can take that, plug it in right there. So x equals 2 times negative 4 plus 11. X equals negative 8 plus 11. X equals 3. So I have 3, negative 4 as my solution. Okay, we'll do one more here, number 9. If I add the 5x to the other side, I now have y equals 5x minus 2. So I can take that, plug it in for that y there, rewrite it as negative 3x plus 6 times 5x minus 2 equals negative 12. Negative 3x plus 30x minus 12 when I distribute the 6. Okay, so something interesting happens here because when I add the 12 over, I just get 0. Okay, so 27 times what equals 0? Well, it's going to have to be 0, or we can divide by 27, and 0 divided by 27 is just 0. So I can take that, plug it in for x there. Y equals 5 times 0 minus 2. 5 times 0 is 0. So I'm just left with y equals negative 2. And there's my solution.